Hey, I'm Andrew Barbuto. I put out weekly B2B sales videos to help you crush your sales quota. And today, we're talking about one of the most important yet most mishandled steps in the sales process. How to run a productive product demo that doesn't just show the software, but actually converts. Let's dive in. So a demo isn't just a screen share. It's a sales meeting, and it starts before you ever open your product. Here's what to do. First, get your champion on the phone ahead of time. Ask them who's going to be joining the demo, what do they care most about, and what specific topics should you focus on. This will help you tailor the demo to their needs, and it builds a buy-in from your champion. If they can't hop on a call, no problem. Send over a list of questions to get intel up front. And one more tip, encourage your champion to invite all decision makers and end users. This way, you don't have to end up doing 3 different demos showcasing the same thing and end up losing momentum. Start the demo strong. Here's your opening structure. First, introduce yourself, your name, your company, your role. Then set the context. Here's what I plan to cover based on what champion told me would be important to you guys. Then, let your champion introduce you. Ask them to explain to the group why they brought you in, what they found valuable. This is powerful, especially if they're the boss of the team or if the boss is in the room. This will build instant credibility and will set the tone to get them to start leaning in during the demo. If needed, show 1 or 2 slides on who your company is and what you do, but keep it tight. The demo is the star of the show. Let the team know. Feel free to jump in with any questions as we go. If it's valuable, we can always explore integrations, pricing, and follow-up steps afterwards. Here's the core framework. Make sure that you start out with the most valuable features that will solve the critical needs that you uncover during the discovery process. Treat it like a day in the life. For each feature you show, set up with the problem or need they told you about, then demo how your product feature will solve that need. Share a quick story of success or impact highlighting the outcomes of the feature, and then ask for their feedback. Would this solve for that need that you have? Then move on to the next feature. Seamlessly work through the features like you're going about your day so they can see what it will be like to use the product themselves. Here's what's important. Only demo the top 2 to 4 features that they're going to value most. Not everything. I learned this the hard way. A few years back, I was giving a demo to a prospect I felt great about. I walked them through every single feature, which ended up overwhelming them. Ultimately, it cost me the deal. Don't make that mistake. Only focus on the few features that they're going to find most valuable, that is going to resonate most without overwhelming them. Stay laser focused on what solves their biggest pain points. Tailor each feature to the role that's in the room. Speak in their language, avoid jargon, skip acronyms, and read the room. If they're engaged, go deeper. If not, then move on. And don't forget to address change management. How easy it will be to roll out, what integrations will be required to do so, and what results they can expect. Make sure that you highlight what training and support that your team will provide them, and that you will work around their calendar, so that way it's as seamless as possible and it won't disrupt their business. Here's a pro tip. Save an exciting feature for the end, your Steve Jobs one more thing moment. Something they'll remember that will resonate with them and that will leave a lasting impression. Always make sure to leave 5 or 10 minutes at the end to ask for their feedback, uncover tech requirements, surface objections, ask about their buying processes, and find out who else needs to be involved. If they ask for pricing, be ready to provide it, or let them know what you'll need in order to provide a tailored proposal. Try to secure next steps before the meeting ends. Get something on the calendar. Immediately after the demo, call your champion. Ask, how do you think it went? Any concerns or objections I should be aware of? What do you think makes sense for next steps? And is there anyone else that needs to see the product in order to move forward? Then, send a follow-up to the team with the recap materials. Thank them for their time and address one specific person, usually your champion, so that way it's not, hey team, it's hey George, or hey Chris, or hey Steve. Recommend a clear next step in bold and highlight it if you weren't able to get it on the calendar. Whether that means a technical follow-up, integrations call, proposal discussion, or a follow-up demo. That's why it's so important that you understand your sales cycle and their buying processes, so that way you can help guide them throughout the process to progress the deal to the next step. To recap, make sure to have a pre-demo call with your champion to go over who's going to be in the room and what they're going to find most valuable. Start with what's going to be most impactful. Go through it like a day in the life, where you highlight the need, showcase the feature that would solve that need, and then ask for their feedback. Review any technical integrations, surface any objections, save an exciting feature for the end. Try to secure next steps. That's how you run a product demo that keeps attention, builds desire, and moves the deal forward. Want to learn how to build a proposal and conduct a financial analysis that closes the deal? Subscribe for my next video. If you want my full 10-step playbook that teaches you everything to say and do starting from day one and ending with close one, grab my book, Top Sales Producer. It's available now on Amazon or the audiobook on Spotify or Audible. And check out this video right here where I walk you through step-by-step how to sell B2B software. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found value in this. And always remember, if you're not helping, you're not selling.